G'day folks, welcome to another PTP Fishing, and most probably what will be my last visit to Enoggera Reservoir for at least a couple of months. Does not fish well during the cooler months, or at least most probably does fish well, I just can't find the fish. But come out today, my expectations, I don't really have any. I reckon if I get 2 or 3 fish today, that will be a success. Hopefully I can do that. Hopefully I've got enough to put a quick video together. Welcome to another PTP Fishing. Fish that I saw are gone. That's interesting. Oh, there we go, that may have been my first bite. That's a good feeling. That's a good feeling indeed. Yep, there we go. Doesn't feel like he's overly huge. So I fished this point with the lipless crankbait and had no touches, but I could see fish on the sounder. He's not huge, but he's a donut saver. So there it is, first fish of the morning. As I said at the start of the video, Enoggera through these cooler months is notoriously difficult to fish. You just don't seem to get the bites. They're not in the usual spots. And a lot of that comes down to the winter pattern. And I noticed when I was here last time that there was a few places where there were fish. I wasn't sure whether I could get down to them, whatever it may be, but the winter pattern is, as I've said in many videos, is the fish tend to school up. They want to spawn, so they all sort of group up together in most probably deeper water. And the one thing I've noticed this morning is the water here at Enoggera is decidedly colder than the other places. There's that lure. Put a little bit of description around me as to what that is, but I saw some fish on the sounder. The lipless crankbait just wasn't getting down deep enough, so I popped that on. Couple of casts, got a fish. There you go, not super tiny, 275. Stoked to get a fish actually. As I said, the winter pattern here at Enoggera, I'm yet to figure it out. Anyway, we've got one, let's see if we can get another. So just to explain this winter pattern, and I think why we struggle so much at Enoggera is, unlike somewhere like Kayak, where there's a lot of weed in the lake, I think that keeps the water warmer and the fish tend to hang on the edges for a little bit longer. I mean, obviously they do school up there as well, but the edges are still appealing because the water's warmer. Somewhere like Enoggera, oh, there's another fish. So they're obviously just stacked up on the end of this point. Somewhere like here, the water's actually quite cold. I think I was at Kayak the other day and the water was 19-20 degrees, and here it's 16 degrees. So had a little bit of success. They're only nipping at the tail of this lure too, so it just shows you they're not switched on, but they're intrigued by what I'm throwing at them. So there's that second fish, much smaller than the first one, 23 centimeters. But again, always welcome, especially this time of the year. Let him swim away. Quick chance to give you a bit of an update on Enoggera Reservoir and being on the SIPS permit. It's gone to, so Fisheries has a group that makes suggestions as to what waterways should go onto the SIPS scheme. Enoggera has been approved for that, which is fantastic. It now it's now waiting for the government to make a decision as to whether it will. So the unfortunate part about that process is it's not going to happen this year, which means the BVA or the stocking group that stocks here at Enoggera is still waiting, or will have to wait another 12 months before they get any funding. So we're still relying on donations and everything else. So it's a bit of a shame that the old process doesn't go any faster than it does. I guess the positive is at least they recognise Enoggera as a future fishery. If you do want to donate to the BVA and get some more fish put in there, because I know there's not a lot of funds at the moment, jump on the Facebook page. I'm pretty sure there's a GoFundMe account still tacked to it. Throw some dollars in there, because Enoggera truly is a special place. It can be a special fishery, just needs consistent stockings of fish into it, and we'll reap the benefits of it. So check it out, the Brisbane Valley Anglers Facebook page. Oh, there we go. God, that's tiny. That is little. Oh well, that's one more fish than I was expecting to get today. I couldn't help myself. I had to have one more cast. Just seeing too many fish on the sounder not to have a flick in there. Again, he's only a little tiny fella. I'll leave these guys alone now, but it's another fish, and he's not a super tiny one. He's a bit more like the first one, sort of 26-27 centimeters. So while I'm here, I thought I'd quickly show you that hide up 150 lure a little more closely. So in my, well, certainly the Logan River videos, I mentioned Your Outdoor Experience, the website. So those guys do these lures as well. So there's a 150, a 200, it's all these sort of deep diving sort of lures, but this is the smallest of the profiles. Like I said, 150 means it dives to 1.5 meters, which has been perfect this morning. Cool range of colors, catches fish. Go and check them out. There it is, 27 centimeters again, not monster, but compared to a 21, it's a giant. So we'll let that one go. Whee. Okay. So the usual story, the camera on top of my head ran out of battery. What happens next cast? Look at this guy. One of these little short stumpy ones that I've caught quite a few of here in Enoggera. I have to say it's been maybe an hour and a half since I caught the last fish. I've explored an awful lot of areas for nothing. I think this is going to be the best way for me to finish this video. I well and truly beat my expectations from the start of the day. As I said at the start of the video, if I got 2 or 3 fish today, I'd be over the moon. So I think I've ended up with half a dozen, nothing very big. If you are going to come to Enoggera now, I would suggest fish the deeper banks. The only bites I've had have been off those banks. So if you don't have a sounder, all of the areas where the bank is actually quite steep on the edge of the lake, that seems to be what few fish I've found, that's where they seem to be. So, and the other thing I'd most probably have is a little deep diving hard body. So that Hide Up 150 has been fantastic today. It's certainly saved this trip. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget the BVA if you want to continue with the stocking of this reservoir. Every donation will help until we get on the SIP scheme, which hopefully will be at some point next year. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time from PTP Fishing. See ya. So one last look at that. 24 centimetres. Very, very, very welcome fish.